There is a quiet call in the air. A stirring in the soul. A whisper that reaches beyond the noise of the world. Can you hear it? It is the call of Lent. The invitation to step away from the distractions, the weight, the striving, and to return to something deeper, something sacred. This is not just another season, this is a journey, a transformation, a chance to be made new. It is easy to see Lent as a time of restriction, a list of things to give up, a set of rules to follow. But what if it is more than that? What if fasting is not just about what we let go of, but about what we make space for? What if prayer is not just about speaking, but about listening? What if giving is not just about charity, but about opening our hearts to love more fully? Lord, I come before you in this sacred season. Not because I have everything figured out. Not because I have been perfect in my devotion. But because I know I need you. I long to draw near. To be changed. To be stripped of all that keeps me from walking fully in your grace. I do not want this to be a ritual. I do not want this to be an obligation. I want this to be an offering. An offering of my heart. My time. My desires. My very being. I surrender what I hold too tightly. The comforts I cling to. The distractions that keep me from hearing your voice. I lay them at your feet, trusting that you will fill the empty spaces with something far greater, more of you. Meet me here. Lord, take my fasting and make it holy. Take my prayers and make them real. Take my giving and make it love. Take all that I am and make it yours. Let this be the beginning of something new. Let this be the moment where I step beyond the surface and dive into the depths of your mercy. I am here. I am ready. I am listening. Lord, I come to you. Not just to give something up, but to receive something greater. Fasting is not just about food, it is about what consumes my heart. It is about the things I run to for comfort before I run to you. It is about the distractions that fill my time. The desires that pull my heart in 1,000 directions. The attachments that keep me from being fully yours. I do not want to fast for the sake of fasting. I do not want to go through this season merely counting the things I have surrendered while my heart remains unchanged. I want this fast to be an offering. A breaking. A space where I let go of what does not satisfy so that I can make room for what does. Lord, search me. Show me what I have been holding on to. Show me what has been keeping me from you. Is it my comfort? My pride? My need for control? My desire for approval? Whatever it is, I lay it down. I choose to hunger not just in body, but in spirit. I choose to let my hunger be a prayer. A longing. A deep cry for more of you. I do not want to be filled with the things of this world when you are offering me something eternal. I do not want to cling to temporary satisfactions when I was made for something far greater. When I fast, let it not be with a heavy heart but with a heart that rejoices in the nearness of my Father. Let it not be with an outward display, but with an inward surrender. Let it not be an act of duty, but an act of devotion. Strip away my dependence on the things that fade, and fill me with a deeper dependence on you. When I feel the pangs of hunger, let me be reminded that I am not sustained by bread alone, but by every word that comes from your mouth. When I feel weak, let me lean into your strength. When I feel empty, let me remember that in you, I am always full. I surrender this fast to you, Lord. Not to prove my discipline, not to check off a box, but to draw closer. To be transformed? To be made new? Take what I lay down and replace it with more of you, Lord. I do not want my prayers to be just words, spoken in routine, whispered out of habit, said because I know I should. I want my prayers to be real, to be raw, to be the place where my soul meets yours, where my heart is fully seen, where I am not performing but simply being with you. I do not want to rush through my time with you, treating prayer like a task to be completed rather than a relationship to be nurtured. I do not want my prayers to be filled with empty repetition, saying the right words but missing the meaning. I want to pray with my life, to make my days an offering, to let every breath be a whisper of trust, every thought an invitation for you to dwell within me, Lord. Teach me how to pray, not just in the quiet moments I set aside, but in the ordinary, the unexpected, the messy, and the mundane. Let me seek you when I wake, when I rise, when I walk through the day. Let me seek you in the stillness of the morning and in the noise of my responsibilities. Let me seek you when I feel strong and when I am at my weakest. Let me seek you when I have words to say and when I do not know how to speak. Let my prayers not be something separate from my life but woven into it. A constant communion. A never-ending conversation between my heart and yours. When I am anxious, let my first instinct be to turn to you. Not to my own understanding. Not to my own solutions. But to your presence. When I feel overwhelmed, remind me that I do not need to carry everything on my own. That I am not alone. That you are near. When I am in need, let me bring my requests before you. Not with fear, but with faith. Not with doubt, but with trust. Believing that you hear me. That you are at work. That your love is enough. And even when my prayers are unanswered, even when I do not see the outcome I hoped for, let me not grow weary. Let me not give up. Let me still come before you, knowing that you are always listening, that you are always moving, that you are always drawing me deeper into your grace, Lord. Let my life be a prayer. Let my thoughts be lifted to you. My actions be guided by you. My words be pleasing to you. Let my heart be open. Always listening. Always responding. Always surrendering. Let me not pray because I have to, but because I cannot imagine my life without you. Let me not seek you out of obligation, but out of desperation. Out of love. Out of a longing that only you can satisfy. Lord, make my heart a place of prayer, my soul a place where you dwell, my life a living testimony that I do not walk this road alone. Lord, everything I have is from you. Every breath, every blessing, every moment of grace is a gift that I could never deserve. Yet you have given freely, without hesitation, without condition. How then can I hold back from giving to others? How can I withhold love when I have been loved so completely? How can I cling to what I have when you have shown me that true abundance is found in surrender? I do not want to give out of duty. I do not want to give because it is expected. I want to give because my heart has been transformed. Because I have been so deeply filled with your love that I cannot help but pour it out. Lord, let my generosity be hidden in you. Not done for recognition. Not done for praise. Not done to satisfy my own sense of goodness. Let me give in secret, knowing that the only eyes that need to see are yours. Let me serve without seeking acknowledgement. Love without expecting return. Pour out kindness even when no one else notices. Because you notice. You see what is done in the quiet places. The unseen sacrifices. The acts of love that go unspoken. And that is enough. Lord, let my generosity cost me something. Let me not only give what is easy, what is comfortable, what fits neatly into my plans. Let me give in ways that stretch me, that call me beyond myself, that require sacrifice. Let me give my time, even when I feel too busy. Let me give my attention, even when I feel distracted. Let me give my resources, not just when I have excess, but when it requires trust. Let me give not just to those who are easy to love, but to those who have been forgotten, to those who can give nothing in return, to those whom the world passes by. Lord, let my giving be more than moments of charity, let it be a way of life. Let generosity flow from me as naturally as breathing. Not something I have to remind myself to do, but something that is woven into the fabric of who I am. Let my hands be open, always ready to share, always ready to serve, always ready to love. Not because I am good, but because you are good. Not because I have much, but because I know that in you I lack nothing. Not because I seek reward, but because I long to reflect the heart of the one who has given everything for me. Lord, make me generous as you are generous. Make me selfless as you are selfless. Make me love as you love. Lord, I do not want to reach the end of this season and remain unchanged. I do not want to walk through these 40 days only to return to the same habits, the same distractions, the same complacency. I want this to be more than a temporary sacrifice, more than a moment of devotion. I want this to be a turning point, a transformation, a deep and lasting shift within me. I do not want to simply fast. I want my desires to be realigned with yours. I do not want to simply pray. I want my heart to be reshaped in your presence. I do not want to simply give. I want love to be the defining mark of my life. Let this be more than a season. Let this be a beginning. Lord, I commit to fasting not just with my body but with my soul. To letting go of everything that hinders me from walking fully in your will. I commit to prayer that is not just words but communion. A deep and unshakable connection with you. I commit to generosity that is not out of obligation but out of the overflow of a heart transformed by grace. Whatever I do, let me do it with all my heart. Not for the approval of others. Not to check a box. Not out of duty. But as an offering. As worship. As a way of giving myself fully to you. Lord, I choose to walk forward differently. I choose to let these 40 days change me in ways that last beyond Easter morning. Beyond this year. Beyond this moment. I choose to surrender more deeply. To love more fully. To seek you more desperately. I will not treat this as a season that comes and goes, but as a new way of living. A new way of being. A new way of belonging to you. When Lent ends, let my transformation remain. Let my hunger for you remain. Let my dependence on you remain. Let my love for you remain. Stronger. Deeper. More consuming than ever before. Lord, this is not just a commitment for now, this is my life. My heart. My surrender. Fully and forever yours. Lord, I pause in this moment, letting the stillness settle around me. Allowing your presence to fill the spaces within me that I have so often kept guarded. You have been here all along. Waiting. Calling. Drawing me deeper into your love. Through this journey of fasting, prayer, and giving. You have been reshaping my heart, refining my desires, reminding me that true surrender is not about losing but about receiving more of you. More of your grace. More of the life you have prepared for me. I do not walk alone. Every sacrifice I make, you see. Every prayer I whisper, you hear. Every gift I offer, you multiply. In my moments of weakness, you are my strength. In my moments of doubt, you are my refuge. In my moments of surrender, you are my victory. Lord, I thank you for this sacred season, for the way you strip away the unnecessary so that I may see you more clearly. I thank you for every moment you have called me to let go, to trust, to lean not on my own understanding but on the truth that you are enough. I surrender my heart, my desires, my plans. I lay down my distractions, my fears, my need for control. I release everything I have tried to hold on to, believing that what you have for me is far greater. I do not want to return to the way I was before. I do not want to leave this season unchanged. I want to walk forward with a heart that is renewed, a faith that is deepened, a love that reflects yours. I trust you to lead me, to shape me, to strengthen me, to make me new. I surrender all. I trust in you. Now, I invite you to take a moment of stillness, to reflect on what God has been speaking to your heart through this journey. What has He called you to surrender? What has He revealed to you in this season? What is one change you are committing to carry beyond Lent? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let this not be just a moment of listening, but a moment of response, of stepping forward, of embracing transformation. If this prayer has spoken to you, if it has resonated with your journey, let me know below. And if you want to continue walking this path of faith together, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who may need to hear these words today. Thank you for being here, for seeking, for surrendering, for choosing to walk in faith. May this Lent not just be a season, but a beginning, one that leads you closer to the heart of God.